We got kicked off. I'm verifying that we're back on here. But like I said, we got Xfinity, and we get kicked. We're getting kicked off like every other 5 minutes. And yeah, we're back on. Oh, looks like we got 3 of them.
We got 3. Oh,
yeah,
wow.
because we got
chopped and chopped.
Yeah, anyway. So
So what I was ranting on was because we were talking about live PD. First of all, we apologize for the whole thing. It's technical difficulties beyond our control. But Dan Abrams, was really upset because he said that the show was actually very transparent, which it was, because they were going around. There was cameras right there or whatever. But I guess the executive producers were like, well, there was a tape that was requested by court that could have, an innocent man, I think, got in trouble, and you all got rid of the tape, so c'est la vie. And he was like, but you all know this. You all know about this. You know that when you sign the thing that they only have the tapes for X amount of time. Hello, Miss Vivian. Miss Vivian, make sure we're good. Make sure you stay tuned and watch the end of the show. But anyway,
there'll be some announcements.
Big
announcements.
Yes.
Anyway.
But anyway, I'm just going to say, and now they're just going, of course, the far left nut jobs, the cancel cultures, like let's get rid of Law and Order SVU, let's get rid of all the Law and Orders, anything that has a cop show, Blue Bloods, Criminal Minds.
You see they were busting on Paw Patrol.
Yeah, Paw Patrol. Yeah, we got to get rid of the cop, the dog cop. Andy Griffith's show. Let's get rid of him. Because he's a cop. He's down there in a racist Mayberry. It's like crazy. They're talking about doing away with the Dukes of Hazzard, yanking it, like wiping it off the face of the earth. It's like it never even was on TV. Gone with the Wind, they pulled again. But then supposedly they put it back out, and they're going to do some editing.
Gone with the Wind.
Yeah. There it went. Frankly, my dear, I don't give a damn.
They just want to. So here's here's just real quick, and then we'll move on. Okay, so and they're taking all like these statues down and this and that, and supposedly Antifa's supposed to be up near where we are in Gettysburg, Pennsylvania, at the battlefield where Gettysburg. Let me tell you something, guys. If you get rid of all history, right? And granted, as of course I'm not black, but as a black person, there's some stuff in there, like Confederate and slavery. Okay, that's painful to be reminded of. But here's the thing: if you don't know that, then you can't understand or really be happy and proud of where as black people and where you've come now, right? Without the bad, you can't have the good, right? It's like yin and yang. If you can't see how bad the history was, you can't see how well you are now and how everything is. So you're just going to cancel that out, and they're not going to know anything.
Well, it's like I said a couple weeks ago, like over in Germany, there's a reason why they keep a couple of the concentration camps up, and that's as a reminder of the dark past and the dark history, and that people will never forget. Now, do I agree possibly that maybe moving some of these statues to a museum or like a park, like a battlefield, moving it. Yes. Okay. Should something that be kind of divisive be in a capital, like in the city capital or something like that? In this day and age, probably not a good idea. But okay, let's put it to a museum. Let's put it to a battlefield. But you can't wipe out history. And not only that, but they were saying, what are you going to tell the next generation coming up if you try and wipe out all the bad that happened in our past? They got to understand,
especially we have some of these young black people that they had showed during the protests, where they were talking about how Martin Luther King was irrelevant and he didn't really know. It's like, dude, he's you look at your history, you see like he was getting hit with billy clubs. They were sick of dogs on him. Obviously he was shot. He was assassinated, unfortunately. But even before that happened, he was going through all kind of stuff. They were beating him, throwing him in jail, and somehow he's irrelevant.
Right. Whoever said that,
Well, it's a bunch of young kids. But that's my point. My point is, if you don't know what the struggles people have gone through, Like these black people now, you think you know racism. You don't know squat. Go research back in the day, man. But I mean, anyway, I'm not supposed to say that because I'm white, but you know what? I do know history, and I do have a mind, so I know what the things going on. Yeah, it's a little small, but it's kind of like this. I got an idea. So anyway, so that's it for that. But like, I mean, people just look, stuff's going on, and I think it's a culture thing that we need to start teaching our young people, black and white, and everywhere else. We need to start teaching them history so they realize how things were and how they are now. And they are the poorest person today is 10 times better off than like the rich person was like 50, 60 years ago. All right. So let's just take it down a notch. Understand life is good. Anyway, that's it for our news.
Brother Maynard, could you please bring us the holy hand grenade of Antioch? Bless this old holy hand grenade. Thank you. Yes, Miss Vivian. Amen. Reverend.
Oh, yes. Anyway, so we need to start teaching history. Like Morgan Freeman said, I don't want Black History Month. Black History is American history.
Right.
So we need to teach all this stuff. Right. And we do need to teach, I don't know, we're going off on a tangent, but we do need to teach the bad stuff, or at least, let them know what happened. So again, I mean, or else nobody's going to understand why things are so much better for people, than back, say, 50 years ago or 60 years ago. Anyway. Now let's go from history to some smut.
Smut. We don't do that on this show.
No, we do not. And I also changed up the sound effect for that too.
Okay, well,
that one, the one that you were getting ready to hit. Yep. Oh, I broke it. Oh yeah, we got a little 70s action. So, it's Little Darlings. So, somebody's at the door. Dog's going nuts. All right. So some strip clubs have, as they're opening up for, when they get to certain percentage and this and the other, that states are letting or cities are letting businesses open up.
We're in phase 1, baby.
Yeah, phase 1. So some strip clubs are getting a little, what do you want to call it? My brain is just
excited?
gone. Getting a little
geared up.
I get it. No, they're getting a little creative. There it is.
Creative.
Jeez. I need to start taking some kind of mind.
You need that. What's that stuff they advertise? I always tell that to my mom. It's like they have those pills that are supposed to help your memory.
I need something.
Mom, you need to get those.
Either that or I need a electric jolt to.
Oh, a little bit of
Yeah, it's 3 or 2.
I was just there. I didn't see it. Oh, is that it?
No, that's a cuckoo.
Right there?
No, right here.
Oh, there.
Okay, so Deacon Tex does not have his. So when he wears the shades, he doesn't have his glasses on.
These aren't prescription people.
And he is blind as a bat.
Yes.
Right.
Where are we? I can't see this shit half the time. Anyway.
So they're getting creative in how they're opening back up. So some strip clubs are offering, like you see here, coronavirus-free lap dances. Ooh, what is she? Sexy Velvet?
Oh yes. Sexy Velvet.
I'll let you know. That is actually a theme song from an actual 70s porn movie.
Nice. I thought oh, wait a minute. Never mind.
I didn't watch it. It was a sound effect.
With Marilyn Chambers.
I don't know. Marilyn Chambers. Behind the green door or something.
Yes.
Anyway, so gentlemen's clubs are taking measures to protect guests as the country reopens, but they're not. But they are enough to strip away. But they're already enough to strip away the customers' fears. Well, yeah, it's stripped. Got it. But I think if the customers are going in there, I don't think they really give a shit about
diseases. catching anything. I'm telling you right now.
I don't think that, being sanitary, I don't think they really give a crap.
If they didn't worry about it beforehand, I hate to say it, they probably ain't worrying about it too much now.
Just don't go in there with the ultraviolet light.
Oh,
Because you'd be like, you got that right. All right, you know what? So, seriously, you go to these places, and there is, I'm telling you, and probably like other places, even like probably public transportation. Dude, there's germs all over the frickin' place, and you got to build up immunities. But, I mean, I understand this coronavirus was a little bit something that people hadn't seen or whatever, but damn, people, we lock shit down, and anyway, I'm getting on my tangent. Anyway. So Ryan Carlson, who's the director of operations at Deja Vu Services, we went from zero cash flow within a matter of weeks, coming from a period when business was doing extremely well. He says it's probably one of the best one of the best years they've had, and so he says entertainers suffer just as much because of sex worker discrimination, which we're going to fight against.
That's what yeah. Amen.
Black Lives Matter, where you at?
Yeah.
Where you at for the strip clubs? So because of sex worker discrimination by all levels of the government, in many cases, dancers were prohibited from participating in government aid programs. That's right. You know what? That's a service and a job just like anything else.
You got that right.
Mm-hmm.
Them girls have to. You know what? They work hard at what they do.
Mm-hmm.
I'm telling you right now. Anybody that thinks it's easy to pole dance,
Well, go back to one of our shows. Went back when the one girl dropped 20 feet and busted her jaw and knocked her teeth out.
That's not.
And let me tell you something.
Easy.
When you get a dancer that's got no teeth, she's not making tips.
Exactly. Well, unless she's in West Virginia.
There you go.
Which we saw a lot of them back in the day.
With bullet holes, and some were even still pregnant, or just had babies in there, and they were still lactating. And
she still had the umbilical cord.
Oh! Oh my gosh.
She just came from the hospital.
Oh, that's right.
I have to make money. Clem says I have to go back to work.
I got to pay the rent on that double wide. All right. So he says, while we do not require guests to wear masks, we strongly encourage that practice and do provide complimentary masks and everything. So,
And that's exactly how the breathing's probably sounds in there.
Especially when you get some of them fat bastards that are like getting all excited.
And then that lamp dance going on.
Oh. And yet, social distancing protocol doesn't extend to the club lap dances, at least not in states that have outright forbidden them via mandated COVID-19. Now, why are you banning them?
I wonder. Hey,
that is racist.
It is. Well, it's prejudice. It's discriminatory. But I wonder if that's actually written in, like, how they had the states come out with these laws, and there's like 20 pages worth, and they're all like the prints like down like five print or something like that, or 5 point. And it's like, I wonder if there's a section there. During this time period, there will be no lap dances at all during the.
Excuse me. What are you doing? Arrest her. Yes.
Honey, what were you charged with? Lap dancing in the first degree.
That
ugly one over there, she was lap dancing in the third degree.
I guess that means, never mind. I'm just going to leave that one alone. I'm talking about, there was some stuff they used to do back in the day, but we're just going to leave
like what? I don't remember. Refresh my memory.
Way back when.
Anyway.
I was talking about the cherry bombs.
Oh, yes, cherry bombs.
We'll just leave that one alone.
Yes.
So lap dances will always exist until the end of time, said Carlson. Largely continues as normal in states with no restrictions. So now here's the thing. Now we've all been kind of locked up here and sheltered and everything else during this coronavirus, and we've probably have put on a few pounds.
Just a little.
So my point is, I don't know if some of these lap dances or some of these dancers that used to do lap dances maybe they can't, as far as liability issues, can't let them do lap dances anymore because maybe they have gained way too much weight and trying to get into those little G-strings. And so I'm just saying that maybe that's just not. Maybe they should just check him and make sure that it's not, it's not a problem, because sometimes those lap dances might end up to be, I don't know, smother sessions.
Yeah. Come on, baby. Come over here. Well, that's what I'm talking about.
Damn.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh, wait a minute.
Oh, yeah.
Wait a minute. Oh! Chair couldn't take both of us. So, anyway, so the government... I think I spit on my thing. So the government can now easily or rightfully prohibit two consenting individuals from engaging in a lawful business transaction, he said. Here. To that end, one of Deja Vu's clubs in Las Vegas, Little Darling, is advertising Corona-free lap dances, and, hold on, we'll let you know what else they got going on for, what happened? I did the background. Dang, you idiot. All right, let's get rid of that. All right, what is that? What? Oh, how did I go?
I don't know.
All right, let's put that down there. Boink. And this is what we got going on. Boom. What is that, Deacon Tex?
It says nude hand sanitizer. So wrestling.
Nude hand sanitizer wrestling.
What?
Yes, ma'am.
Mm-hmm.
So what are they gonna do? Just get little Perel pumps and in the wrestling ring, in the little kiddie pool,
and have at it.
You know what? Then, you know what? Then we probably wouldn't mind touching the ladies because they're nice and sanitized.
I know they're bacteria and virus
bacteria free. I don't know about virus or disease.
I wonder if it kills anything else. I think this might have cleared up my crabs.
And in some places, this will probably freshen things up a little bit because some of these low, yes, there's a little bit of
yeah, it gets a little funky, like Funky Town.
Oh, I didn't know Joe Biden was going to be here.
Hey, I just hope for the ladies' sake, those that are involved in the, you know what?
Yes.
Little Darlings.
Little Darlings.
Perfect.
I don't know if I'd go to one's called Little Darlings.
What?
That's a little
I know
bit
that's
creepy.
a little. I know that is a little.
I mean, Joe would probably go there, but that sounds. I don't know. Just
I think you're right, Miss Vivian. That will see that Miss Vivian brings up a very good point, and it was that's what I was about to say. I hope that this hand sanitizer is non-alcoholic, because exactly, I can see some guy sitting up in the front with a big fat stogie, and he lights the girls on fire. The whole club blows up. There goes Little Darlings.
there goes one. There goes another one.
Oh, there they go.
Nope.
Oh
my gosh.
You son of a bitch, we just opened this damn club back up.
Now the dancers going to come out in wheelchairs.
Yeah. With their skin falling off.
Oh my gosh.
Just make sure it's non-alcoholic hand sanitizer.
Mm-hmm.
I hope.
Yes. So we would like to put out our
yes, a fire.
I swear my brain is freaking gone.
This is like the past couple weeks. It's like as soon as the show starts. Now, right before the show, he's like as sharp as a
bowling ball.
But as soon as the show starts,
it all goes right out the freaking window. Anyway, we would like to give our support to the stripper industry or the sex worker industry, and because everybody needs to make $1.
Yes.
Or except when Deacon Tex and myself go, it might be a quarter or two.
Mm-hmm. Well, you notice, I know there was, yeah, exactly. Well, I do that for a reason. Anyway, I like change. But I actually read somewhere, I have to look for it. I actually did read somewhere where they're getting kind of very creative. And the girls are actually, because it used to be, not that I would know. I did some research. And they said, when the girls would come out and dance, the guys would go up and they'd have like the garter belt and they'd give them some dollars here. See that's out. That's straight out because the money's dirty. It's dirty money. Dirty. So anyway, but the girls are coming around with the little like Apple Pay and stuff like that where you can go bink. And they're wearing a little device either wrapped around their leg or something like that you can tap it with their phone and go, oh,
I got a question.
Bink, bink, bink.
I got a question.
Yes, Reverend Cuz.
So, where are you supposed to slide the card?
Use your imagination. That's a double.
And if they slide it in certain places, does it read the strip?
No, it's the microchip. Oh. You gotta leave it stuck. You gotta leave it. Oh, honey, don't touch it yet. It's not done yet.
It says "Do not remove."
Yeah, wait till you hear that. Wait till you hear the little beep, beep.
Wait, it didn't read it. Put it back.
That's awful. Oh. I think there's something wrong with my chip. You got that right.
Woo!
Well, that's why they had like the little. That's why they're doing the iPay or whatever. Where you can just tap it, and they wear it like you can.
Yeah, well,
they have like little things. And you can tap it.
I like to tap it.
Tap
that anyway.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, whoo!
So, going to your favorite adult entertainment facility is going to be a little bit different than before, but
different. Little different.
We are going to hell in gasoline
panties for
laughing. But it's all funny. Yes, ma'am.
And it's like, oh, wait a minute, she's dancing. Hey, where are you going? I need to get that card in.
I've fallen and I can't get up.
Well, that's.
I'm a little bit drunk, 'cause I'm drinking.
Okay, so that's if you go down to Florida.
Right.
Because then they have the geriatric strip.
Oh, my God. Yeah, but is it actually, is it actually a strip club, or is it just that the poor old ladies brought panties to kids? They just keep falling down.
What?
Yeah, yes, they keep falling down.
What?
They just fall right down.
Okay.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, but they can't swing around the pole because those things might get wrapped around and then.
Well, they swing around in their walkers, in the upright walker.
But it's like, oh, wait a minute, watch out, honey, wait, whoa, that's the end of the stage.
Oh, there she.
There she went.
There she goes.
I've fallen and I can't get up.
Security. Martha's down again.
Oh, but look at the tip she's getting.
Oh. No, that's just for hip replacement. Miss Martha's not taking tips right now. You can just go to a GoFundMe for a hip replacement.
Right, exactly. And sir, that's not even a credit card anyway. That's your AARP card. Put it away. You can't get nothing with that.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
You have Mr. Mike.
Sorry to see you go, brother. Thanks for the last. Well, Mr. Mike,
watch the end of the show.
Stay tuned till the end of the show. We got some big announcements. So, but yes, we appreciate it. Thank you, sir. All right, what do we got now?
Strip club. Oh, here we go.
Here we go. Oh,
I wanted to go hunting wabbit.
oh, here we go.
Come on out of there or I'll fill you full of wet.
Full of wet. So, I forgot to put Sam up there. I thought I had one for Sam. All right, anyway. So, remember we talked about the cancel culture? We talked about it earlier in this show. Now, this is just how stupid it's freaking getting. So now, Elmer Fudd, as you can see him with this little shotgun there, which he's had since, 1930 something, or whatever the hell it is?
40, something like that, like World War II.
Yes. So now, Looney Tunes cartoon streaming on HBO Max, the iconic character will no longer use a gun, according to people behind the show. To the jackasses behind the show. Executive producer Pete Braungart told New York Times, "We're not doing guns. We are not doing guns.
No guns.
No guns. But we can do cartoony violence." We could do cartoony violence like TNT and the Acme stuff. All that stuff was grandfathered in. Okay, so he can't use a gun, which he never actually. Well, I guess he does. He does nail Daffy Duck in the ass or in the beak when it flips around.
Yeah,
but he doesn't really hurt anybody with it. But yet the TNT, he could blow people all to shit, and that's good. So, Warner Brothers, which has produced the series, released a clip that features Elmer Fudd using a scythe to try to catch. Okay,
where's
so
he going out? Is he going out to the wheat field? Is he going to go out and do the harvest?
Children of the corn. So he can't have a shotgun, but he can have this big pole. And I've seen the pictures. I should have probably got it. And a big old scythe on it. Like that's more terrorizing than the freaking gun, you asshole.
What is he, like death? That's
yeah,
like,
was he Grim Reaper?
The Grim Reaper.
And also by this, they are also taking away these guns as well.
Shut up!
Yosemite Sam is losing his guns, so he's not going to be a cowboy. What is he gonna do? Squirt gun? What? Water balloons? What is he doing?
Water balloons.
Pool noodles? Stupid ass. So in the clip, Elmer and Bugs are engaged in one of their classic face-offs, and as usual, the rabbit got away without a scratch while Elmer was left scorched by TNT. The show cited gun violence as the reason for the change. Gun violence? Really? Okay. You know what?
All I gotta say is how long has this? I have a feeling that people. Okay, let's just get one thing straight.
Yes.
I really don't think that those that are out committing violence with guns are watching Looney Tunes, and I have never. Yeah, I could be wrong. Anybody out there watching, which is like only a handful of you, but let me know if I've never heard of anybody that's gone on a mass shooting or in a shooting period that has gone before the judge and said, "Your Honor, I did this because I watched Looney Tunes. I watched Elmer Fudd shooting at Daffy Duck and Bugs Bunny, and it made me want to get a gun and go shoot somebody."
So I didn't actually shoot anybody, but that did cause me to run around naked through a mall.
Oh,
just saying.
Okay, that's great.
Yes, I thought you would like to know that.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah, it's a little more like. All right. But yeah, I don't think somebody's gonna I just shot up a school because I watched Elmer Fudd chasing Bugs Bunny with a shotgun. I mean, come on. So here's okay. So they're gonna remove the shotgun and stuff, but listen to some of the stuff you're gonna see on some of the episodes. So they reported that Satan will make an appearance in the series. There you go.
Is he now?
Yes. Other episodes have included the ghost of Tweety Bird haunting Sylvester the cat, and Porky Pig sucking poison out of Daffy Duck's leg. What the frick? Seriously? Looney Tunes cartoons debuted with HBO Max this month and is available to stream. Like anybody gives a shit.
Well, HBO Max. I don't know what your all's issue is because they're the ones that had the issue. They're the ones that yanked Gone with the Wind or whatever.
Yeah.
But my God, well, see, the thing is this, okay? These cartoons have been around for what, 70 years, 80?
Yeah.
You know, some of these 70, 80 years, okay? But they're not making any commentary anymore about. Okay, look at some of the video games. I don't play video games, but I know a lot of people that do. But a lot of these video games are extremely graphic and stuff like that. But how many times have you heard anybody that's played a video game going out and done something stupid? Probably slim to none. But yet they're not going after that. You're going after a cartoon.
It's that, and the Washington Times actually brought that up, and they said with all these games that are just, and especially here, I got something for you. They said especially Grand Theft Auto,
right,
where they're going around killing. Well, you could kill anybody,
right,
but you can go around killing black people left and right. You could run them over, and this and the other. But said nobody said anything about that, and I think the producer or the maker was also one that put out Black Lives Matter on their website. But yet they still got Grand Theft Auto, and they keep making additional games to it.
Right, because you can pick your character as to how what you're going to do or what you have to kill or whatever like that.
Yeah.
Well, that's like running, hitting old people. You know, they had the thing and raping. They had the one which was like raping the woman or something like that. I don't know if they did that was still on there or not, or sexually accosting the hookers or whatever.
But I can see your point. I can see your point
hey,
where you don't want to deal with, you don't want to touch that because that's okay.
But do away with
Elmer Fudd's.
Elmer, you're gone.
Come on out of there or I'll fill you full of wet.
We're gonna fill you full of lead, Elmer. You got to go. You
dumb, stupid. Sorry, Elmer, you got to go.
At least on HBO Max or whatever it is.
So just real quick. So what the hell are we gonna? What the hell kind of people are we gonna have? Are these children? Are children coming up? What the frick are we gonna have?
Now you know what? I tell you what. This is a reminder of there was an old one of I think it was the first Christmas episode of South Park that they did. And what it was is on South Park was everybody was complaining about Christmas. You know, they didn't want Jesus represented Christmas because that left other religions out, or they didn't want the Christmas tree up, or they didn't want this up. So everybody was bitching about couldn't have this, they couldn't put this up. So the school play, they put on a school play, and it consisted of all the kids dressed up in black leotards just bouncing around the stage, and all the parents are like, "What the hell is this shit?" And there's like, you wouldn't let us do anything else. You took everything else away. This is a expressive, like, Christmas version, and all the kids are like, they're bouncing into each other. And that's exactly what it's going to be like. It's like, okay, what are we going to do? Everybody just dance in place.
Boing, boing, boing.
We're going to have a dance-off.
And that's going to be, like I've said this 50 million times, we're going to have a strictly sanitized vanilla society. Nobody offends, nobody has this, nobody has that.
Well,
I actually take that back. We're gonna be certain groups of people we're gonna cater to.
Well, not only that, but certain groups of people. What it is they want certain people want everybody to be vanilla, but they get to do what they want. You know, it's funny. It's like I thought the far left was supposed to be, a lot of them were supposed to be anti-guns and stuff like that. Well, it seems like a couple of leftists, especially I'm not even going to mention his name because he's a whack job. He says that they need to arm up. They need to go. All his left-wing friends need to go grab some guns and stand up to the tyranny that's going on right now.
Yeah.
And it's like so what it is they want the middle America to be vanilla, but yet the elitists get to keep their guns and their armed security and stuff like that. So that's what they want.
So, and that's my thing. They talk about that. They talk about defund the police. Let me tell you something. If there was ever a time when they have presented the case for the Second Amendment, it is now. Mm-hmm. All right, because let's just say you defund the police. What are we gonna defend ourselves with? A garden rake?
Yep.
No, and by the way,
a big scythe.
Yeah, big scythe. We'll do like Elmer Fudd. And by the way, if you guys look at the data, freaking firearms purchases and ammo purchases are through the freaking roof.
Especially in the past couple weeks.
And yeah, but that's the thing. So what's going to happen is we're all gonna load up and arm up, and then you lily white freaking liberal pieces of crap. Well, you want some help? Sorry, kid. I can't defend you with the gun that you absolutely hate and want me to get rid of. So you're on your own. Off you go.
I don't necessarily think they're idolizing Elmo Fudd because they make him sound he's a doofus anyway. He talks with a lisp or he can't speak right and everything like that. But yeah, and that does actually that's a very prudent point, Miss Wendy. Was there a reason why they put this out there? Do they want to touch?
Yeah. They want to say, hey, we're with everybody,
and they want,
we wanted to reduce any of the exposure of all the kids and society to the gun violence.
Yeah. Well, like I said, they're the same ones that yanked Gone with the Wind because it was racist. But anyway, that was a movie made back in 1920 something like that. So anyway, enough of that.
Real quick.
Look.
Actually, we were off for a while, so we could continue to go for a couple minutes.
Looks like some frisking's going on here.
Wait a minute, hold on. All right, let's hit that. Let's hit that again. So, a new study finds that couples should wear face masks during sex. Well, I tell you what. There are a couple of women, that you might date in your time that probably need to wear a mask. I'm just saying.
How about a paper bag? Or what we used to call back at
beer goggles.
No, or back in the military days, like we call them like vampire chicks.
Yeah,
they need to be gone before the sun.
You're
came
dang
up.
right. Oh my gosh. So
they can only come out during the dark. That's stupid.
It is stupid. So safe sex during the coronavirus pandemic might soon require protection beyond just the nether regions.
Oh, the nether. What's that exactly?
That would be
the
south of the border.
The unmentionables.
Yes, that's south of the border. Is what that is. A new study from researchers at Harvard University.
Harvard.
We don't believe in having sex like that. Anyway.
No, not at all.
We believe in the missionary position with her flannel nightie on.
Yes, only.
And the lights off because Martha doesn't want me to see her stretch marks.
And I really don't want to see them either.
And unless I have to loofah them in the shower.
Ellie, will you please loofah my stretch marks?
So, new study at Harvard University says that hooking up carries some risk of transmitting COVID-19 from one partner to another. Among many other things. It's gonna transmit. No shit.
I think I'd be a little bit more concerned of other things other than COVID-19 at the moment. I mean, yeah, okay, but
here's what here's a good explanation for why you want to go with a certain position where you don't even have to see her face.
Okay. That's true.
Okay, that's not very nice.
I know, it wasn't very nice. That was a little...
Yes. And you can just, all I'm saying, you can just write them like a... Oh, my gosh. All right, so, yeah, I'm just saying.
Right.
From one, like I said, transmit from one person to another. It recommends, among other practices, wearing face masks while you're doing it. Well, it depends on what you're doing. Whether the face mask would hinder certain practices.
Be careful. This is a family show.
Holy shit!
Oh,
exactly.
So there you go. And by the way, it could see. Now here's the thing. it could cause some issues because let's just say, for our sake of argument, let's say you and your lady are out and you go to a bar, right? And, as you tend to do, you have a couple of drinks and this, that, and the other. But, sometimes you might get a little bit too many drinks.
I'm a little bit drunk, 'cause I'm drinking.
Right. And so you go home to do, to do the deed. And you might have a little bit to drink. You got your mask on, and you're going a little bit.
Oh, right in the mask.
Right in the mask, and then it kicks it back. You start choking on it.
Oh, Bon Scott.
And you're dead. Now, that doesn't sound very safe to me.
And so, how did your last drummer died? Well, it was a terrible accident. He choked on vomit, and it wasn't his fault.
How did that happen? Some
It's
things
left
are just
unsaid.
left
It's just
unsaid.
left alone.
Yes. The research published in the Annals of Internal Medicine ranked frisky situations based on how likely it is to catch coronavirus while in the act. Researchers recommend wearing a mask for the riskiest sexual scenario. Sex with people other than those with one whom they are quarantined with. So they're saying just that Friday night hookup could cause. And so here's my thing. The Friday night hookup or the one night stay. So you need to lay off that because there is something that I consider worse than coronavirus, which stays with you. It's the gift that keeps on giving and comes back every 3 months.
I'm the herpes. Oh, yes.
You can get the herpes, and that's just not right.
Among other things.
Thank you.
The gonorrhea.
What do we call that?
What?
Gonorrhea?
What is it? The clap. Clap on.
The clapper. So if you have an out-of-house coronavirus crush, the study says that besides keeping your mask on, you should avoid kissing. Well, I don't like kissing them anyway.
Right.
Hookers don't like to kiss.
No.
I mean,
No.
Never mind. If you watch Pretty Woman, as well as any oral to anal act.
Okay. Hold on. Hold the phone.
So
I have a question.
So that means tossing salads is out.
No, what he's saying is, if you're going to be tossing salads, whether with croutons or Caesar salad,
Yeah, I like a little
anchovy,
olive vinegar.
How the hell can you do it with the mask on? How does that work? Honey, I got to keep my mask. Oh,
you know what?
Oh, I'm feeling a little frisky. But make sure you leave your mask on.
I like to see what when you got the mask on, especially if you get like the white one, you can get one of those dirty Sanchez's.
You forget to take it off, and you got to go to the store to pick something up afterwards. Hey, buddy, what's that? What's on your mask?
Something smells like shit in here. Well, I guess it's better. You know what?
What are you?
I guess having that's probably better than your breath smelling like ass. Dude, I don't know who's going. I don't know who's doing that. But anyway, or anything that involves semen or urine.
Who thinks of this stuff?
Well, maybe they like a little bit of golden. You know what?
Yeah, through your honey, keep your mask on. I'm gonna pee on you.
Well, at least it wouldn't get in your mouth. I'm just saying.
Well, eventually.
So shower before and after, and clean the space with alcohol wipes.
Oh, there you go. Oh, here you go, honey. Let me put some of that on you right there. Yo, ouch. Ow.
I need to raise the volume up a bit. Yeah. Oh, yeah. We used that alcohol wipe. You know what? Oh, that was great. I think I'm gonna light a cigarette. Oh, there she went up in flames. The study also mentions that having sex with people who are together in quarantine is safer. No shit.
You know, and that right there is a Harvard education right there. They came up with that. That is smart thinking.
The safest approach to sexual activity, according to researchers, is abstinence. No shit. You know what? Oh my gosh.
Isn't that with anything?
And they say that would also give you a low risk for infection. They said the other option is masturbation.
Ooh. With a little bit of
So
a little bit of that thrown
there
in.
you go. Just having sex out there can spread coronavirus. Yeah, it can spread everything. You idiots.
Let's
Harvard. These are the brilliant ones.
I know this guy probably gets paid like $500,000 a year to come up with this study. Are you kidding? It's like so. Let's forget about AIDS, HIV, gonorrhea, syphilis, herpes, crabs, and genital warts.
Ooh.
Some of the other more popular ones. Let's forget about that. Let's worry about the COVID-19.
Yeah. All we're just saying is anytime you want to do a little bit of the nasty, put the mask on.
Yes.
But if you're overweight, just watch it because you get all excited and you start sucking wind and then before you know it, you pass out. Or die.
Yep.
No.
There he says. There
Oh, no, he's not coming back. Oh, well.
Oh.
Bye. There we go. So off you go.
I agree, Miss Vivian. Yes, my stomach's exactly. Like a little barf.
There's not anal to nothing, man.
I don't. Well, not only that, but it's like, I'm just trying it. It's like, make sure you wear. Okay, use your own imagination. Make sure you wear a mask when you're doing oral sex. I'm trying to wrap my head around how that would work.
Well, you could. The only thing I could think you could possibly do is maybe a motorboat.
The motorboat.
Or maybe,
I forgot about the motorboat.
I got something.
What?
I got something.
Oh, yes.
You take that. You just take that elastic off your ear and pop him right in the coochie with it.
Oh, harder.
What?
All right. Well,
all right.
There you go.
Yeah, I think that's about. That's good.
That and it is. It should be.
So
on your underwear. Sew buttons on your underwear.
So I guess now is the time.
Now is the
that
time.
Everybody's been waiting on.
Yeah.
The announcement.
Don't be too excited because it's really not that good.
I know it's not that good.
But hey, you waited this long. So anyway, like we said before, and like all the tweets and everything else went out, Conformity Antidote is ceasing all productions come July 5th. All right.
We will be having a funeral.
Yes, we will be having a funeral, and we will give some eulogies.
Yes.
All right. So after July 5th, Conformity Antidote will no longer exist. And just so you know, the accounts are going to be canceled. We'll probably let it go for another week or so. But all the accounts, the Twitter, Facebook, all that stuff, those accounts will be shut down, whatever. You will still be able to go to the website and get the archived files. All right? So, now your next question may be, so is it over? Is it all over?
Is this
all it's going to be?
Is this it?
Is this it? No. Here's what we've decided. Here's what we're going to do. Now, it's not over, but Conformity Antidote will no longer exist. What we're going to do. So, Reverend Cuz will be doing. So okay. Let's just how we came up to this decision. So when we first started the show, obviously Conformity Antidote gives you kind of the idea, and we had Run Snowflakes Run. So we first came up with the idea that we were going to be kind of a conservative show, kind of busting on the left and this that, and the other, kind of political and this that, and the other. So we did kind of start out that way, and we got some followers there, and that kind of ran its kind of course a little bit. And we said, okay, we need to add to it. So we did like the topics, and we add some goofy stuff. All right. So it seems like we feel that platform and this
in its current environment,
has gotten flat and it's ran its course. All right. Yes. And will not be revived. Now, here's what's going to go in its place. So Reverend Cuz is going to do a podcast all by myself, on my own, and it will be a conservative podcast with conservative ideas. I'm going to go off on some liberals and this, that, and the other, and that's going to be a show, and it's going to have its own name and everything else. All right, and that show will be every other week. Okay, then Deacon Tex and Reverend Cuz will be doing a new show. All right, which will not have any political, any of the in the current events or any of that stuff will be gone. Well, unless it's something stupid like Nancy Pelosi falling down the stairs, then we'll talk about that because that's funny as shit. Thank you. So something like that, but we won't. We're not going to go into any of the current events. Me bitching about liberals and anti-Trumpers and everything else. If you wanted to see that, go to my show, my own show, and we'll let you know what we're not gonna let this thing fly for about 6 months and then come up with something. But when we end on July 5th, you will know both shows, the name, all that stuff, where to hit them, and everything else. But going back to what our show is going to be, and we're still talking about what that name's going to. It's going to be something completely different. It's going to be a rebrand, and it's going to include. It's going to be like a random show. I mean, we'll have some subject matter, like we're going to talk about. It's going to be all goofy.
Right, sort of like what we did the last part with the little strippers and
yeah. So it's going to be all topics and stuff. But here's the thing on the show: if we're talking about something, let's say we're talking about stripper clubs or whatever. I mean, and it leads to something else. We're going to let it go wherever it goes. So we're not going to keep this agenda that we have to keep, thing, and we stop something in midway and say, okay, we got to go over to here. It's going to be what do you call it?
It's like we're going to put a little water on it and watch it grow.
Let it grow.
And let it go.
And it's going to create its own self. We'll have a couple ideas, but wherever it goes, it goes. And this show is going to include, it'll be like topics, funny stuff. It'll include like movies, music, whatever. It's going to be just a potpourri.
A potpourri.
Potpourri.
Yes, of things.
I think it's some kind of soup. But it's just going to be whatever it is, and it's going to be a lot more. It's going to be a lot more like lighthearted. It's going to be a lot more funny, and everything else. What'd she say?
She said her shirts and coffee cup and shirt is a part of history. All of your family
included. Always welcome down here to South.
Oh, yes. Oh, and you're all right. Any of those of you that have purchased Conformity Antidote merchandise, it is going to be a collector's item.
And we
still, you know what? Hey, there's still time. Do we still have anything left?
And yes, we do.
So there's still time.
There's still time.
Still purchase Conformity Antidote merchandise, which will be obsolete.
Yeah. So, and like I said, rebranding. So you're going to, like I said, you'll get us again after July 5th, but it will be new show, whatever that. And believe me, we'll let you know. So it's just going to be this show minus the current events.
Right.
A lot more lighthearted and just random, crazy shit.
1 week, the one weekend will be the Reverend Cuz's show. However, he's going to, whatever he's going to name it and stuff. The ramblings of the political madman that he is. Yeah. And then the following week will be be us two again with a different name of goofiness and hopefully some stuff to make you giggle.
That's right. So we're gonna have we will have a Facebook page for both new shows. We'll have a Twitter account for both new shows. So that way you can
Pit a back and forth.
put it back and forth. If you want to get on a rant and whatnot, you can hit my show, and if you want to just do something like Hearted, you can go to our show.
Yes.
So there you go. So that's what we're going to do, and probably within the next week or so, we'll probably let you know what the names are, and we'll start between now and the 5th. We're going to be working on the name, the new logos, and the new accounts and stuff and social media. So that way, when July 5th hits, we're ready to rock and roll, and we're kicking it.
Yeah, I was going to say there won't be any interruption. So July 5th will be the last Conformity Antidote show, but come the 12th, boom, we're going to be right back in which whatever show's going to go first or whatever.
Right.
And it'll just be like every weekend. So it's like we're like going away, but we're not going. We're sort of like herpes.
Yes, we're
We're
back,
going away, but we're coming back.
and we come back and more painful than before.
Yes.
So, and we're gonna have new background and all that stuff. So it's just gonna be a rebrand. It's just good. We're just gonna start fresh and
See where it takes us.
see where it takes us. I think, like I said, we think this has ran its course, and but anyway, we still gonna want you guys to advertise and tell your friends and whatnot.
Yep.
So we still want that.
Yes.
And
Absolutely.
we'll decide on whether or not we do any merchandising. I mean, that didn't really work out too well last time.
No.
So we probably won't, but anyway.
One never knows.
But one never knows. Never say never. So that's it, and that's our announcements.
Yes.
Unless you got anything else?
I think about covers it. I
Yes.
think about covers it then. So those of you, who might have been a little shocked, a little sad that we were going Conformity Antidote going away. Yes, Conformity Antidote is going away. But again,
It's going to be dead.
yes, but it's just going to sprout. It's like that part is killed, but then it's just growing into something else.
We're going to rise.
It's like a butterfly.
Rise from the ashes.
This is like a worm,
Yes.
and we're like going into a cocoon,
Yeah.
and we're going to come out this big butterfly.
Well, kind of more like a moth.
Like,
'Cause we-
yeah, a bloody. Yeah, a moth. You got that right.
Yeah. So that's it. So
So
don't worry.
don't be happy.
Yes. Yes. Don't despair. We are coming back better than ever.
Yes,
We just want to refresh.
yes, we're
Freshen up.
We're freshening up, like the commercial says with Vagisil.
What? I don't know what the
Well,
hell
that's
that is.
stupid. Well, all right. If anybody out there watches, I'm just gonna say this on the game. I watch Game Show Network with my mom. We watch Family Feud at night because we like guessing and watching the stupid families. Plus, Steve Harvey cracks me up. But anyway, there are always these stupid commercials they have on or Vagisil. And it's saying, and it's all it is. And I'm sitting there with my mom, who's like 70-some years old, and we're watching this. And she's like, "Oh, if you just don't have time, and you need a little freshen up, just get a little Vagisil spray." And I'm like, "Okay."
You know what? You can go to Walmart. You can go to Walmart and get you some Glade with Febreze, and it's half the price.
Yeah, but it might burn a little.
Or you know what? You can just or you can just like rip your pants down and go out in the middle of a protest and get some
Oh, there you go.
get some of that.
Oh, that'll work. Yes. Oh.
Ooh, it burns.
It burns. It burns.
All right, that's all I got.
Yes.
So this right here is probably gonna be more of what the show's gonna be.
Yes,
like
exactly.
going forward.
So, anyway, thanks everybody for joining us on this Sunday. And like I said, we got two more Conformity Antidote shows in the name Conformity Antidote. 2, not 4, not 5, but 2. And so, we look forward to this new direction we're going, and we hope everybody comes with us on this journey. I think it's going to be great.
Yes, and like I was going to say real quick, don't hesitate to send us an email or something, and let us know how you feel about it.
Yes.
And everything, and
give us. And
you
if you
know,
have
we'll even take some suggestions for if you want to name the new show.
Yes, hey, that's a good idea. We can, if you all have any ideas of what we should name the new show, let us know.
Yeah, send us an email. Go to our webpage, and there's a contact page. Put it there, and just put your suggestion in, and just let us know if you're good with the new direction that we're going to take.
It's like a suggestion box without the box and the paper in the pen.
Mm-hmm.
It just
Some of y'all's writing looks like little
yes.
first grader, like kindergarten. Hey, you know what? My writing's at least legible enough for Miss Jen to.
That's
read
true.
it.
That is true. That is true.
All
She
right.
did a very good job.
That's
So
all
anyway,
I got.
So anyway, thank you all again for joining us this weekend, and we look forward to seeing you all here again next Sunday, 7 o'clock, for the second to last show of Conformity Antidote. And until then, have a great week. God bless. Hug somebody you love, somebody you don't. Hug somebody you don't love, and we'll see you then. Soggy, soggy.
And we are leaving, and then we're out. Oh, I like a little sucky on the. Oh shit! No.
Oh, I got a little excited.
Believe me, that don't go on this show. Believe me. All right, here we go.